So we're looking at a formulation today that kind of solves the two biggest headaches with DIY cannabis topicals.
Oh, you mean making them shelf stable and not feeling awful on your skin?
Yeah, exactly that. Avoiding that gritty, greasy texture that just plagues so many homemade balms.
It's a really common pitfall.
We found this fantastic breakdown on 420formulator.com.
Wow, that's my Carmen's site, right?
That's the one. It's a gold mine if you're into cannabis skincare.
Mm-hmm.
He really approaches this like a chemist. He calls this one the Shea butter and cannabis body butter.
But it's so much more than that. It's really a lesson in how fats and oils work together. It all starts with the base, shea butter.
Women's gold. I actually didn't realize how resilient these trees are, that they take decades just to mature.
And they can produce nuts for 200 years. It's incredible. But the really interesting choice here is that he uses refined butter, not raw.
Which you'd think would be the opposite of what people want. Everyone usually wants raw everything.
Right, but raw shea can have this really strong, nutty smell.
And if you use refined, you lose that smell and the color, but you keep the important stuff, the phytosterols.
That's the key. Those phytosterols are what help with skin regeneration, with elasticity. So you get the clinical benefits without the, earthy funk. And it's less likely to go rancid.
Stability is huge, which is probably why the recipe brings in apricot kernel oil as his partner.
It has to.
Because you can't just toss your cannabis into shea butter and heat it all up.
You'll ruin it. Shea is super heat sensitive. If you get it hot enough to actually infuse the cannabinoids, you completely degrade the butter's texture.
Ah, okay, so the apricot kernel oil is the workhorse here. It's heat stable.
Exactly. You do the heavy lifting, the actual infusion in the apricot oil, and then you mix it into the butter.
That's so clever.
And it serves another purpose, too. Shea butter can feel really heavy, Apricot oil is what's known as a dry oil. It's full of omega-9 and omega-6 fatty acids, and it sinks into the skin fast. It basically cuts that greasy feeling.
So you're not left feeling all sticky.
Not at all.
Okay, so once you have this blend, you have to protect it. And this is the part I found really interesting. It's where the blog clears up a massive misconception about vitamin E.
The whole preservative issue.
Yeah. Since this is an anhydrous recipe, meaning, no water, you don't actually need a preservative, do you?
Nope. No water, no home for bacteria or mold. The enemy in an oil-only blend isn't microbes, it's oxygen.
So vitamin E isn't a preservative.
It's an antioxidant. It basically sacrifices itself to the oxygen so that your expensive oils don't break down and turn rancid.
Yeah.
It just extends the shelf life.
So simple when you put it like that. Then there's the final touch. Spearmint essential oil. And I love that this isn't just to make it smell nice.
No, it's functional fragrance. Spearmint is loaded with carvone and 1-volane-8-cineol.
Which are analgesic and anti-inflammatory.
That's it. So if you're rubbing this body butter on a sore muscle or a stiff joint, the mint is chemically working right alongside the cannabis to help reduce the pain.
It's a synergistic effect, not just a scent.
Totally.
And the method matters for the feel, too. It's not just a melt and pour situation. There's this whole whipping cycle.
Right, the freezing and beating. That's how you stop it from getting grainy.
How does that work?
If shea cools down too slowly, some of the fatty acids solidify faster than others, and they form these little crystals. By shock cooling it in the freezer and whipping air into it, you force everything to solidify evenly.
And that's how you get that light, fluffy, almost store-bought texture.
That's the secret.
The blog lays out the whole process and the infusion technique in great detail, so you don't need to be scribbling notes right now. But it really does make high-end formulation feel so accessible.
It really does. You just need a mixer and a freezer, not a whole lab.
If you do want to try making this yourself, you should definitely head over to 420formulator.com.
Wow.
You can grab this recipe for free, and he has a ton of other ones to check out.
It's a great way to actually know what you're putting on your skin.
It does leave you wondering, though. If a high-quality, stable pain relief cream is this simple to make in your own kitchen, what exactly are we paying for with those $80 jars from the dispensary?
Something to think about, for sure.